Hi guys. This episode of As a Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose. I am your host, Nacho Mama. Some people call me Crystal, some people call me Criddle, like Riddle with a C. Either way, Nacho Mama is a personality, not a person. So I'm going to be reading for the female and male collective separately is what I've been guided to do. So I just read for the Aries male collective. Now I'm going to read for the Aries female collective. And that doesn't mean that you have to have been born in a female body. I myself personally believe that I am a divine masculine born in a female body. That doesn't make me a lesbian. It just means that you have to have bigger balls than me in order to approach me, kind of deal. I've always done a lot of masculine stuff. I'm a tattoo artist. I have a degree in machining. I've always kicked it with the boys. You don't have to be a male body to be a male energy, and you don't have to be a female body to be a female energy. I believe we embody both of them, almost like Shiva. Shiva embodies both of them. And in order to be whole, we have to be balanced within both of those aspects of ourselves. Sometimes it's better to be more nurturing, and sometimes it's better to be more brunt force, either way, today I'm going to be reading for the Aries females out there, the Aries feminine energy. What does the Aries feminine energy need to know right now, universe? Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you so feel inclined. Most importantly, say hello, and have a great day. Remember, you can't have a bad day with a good attitude, and you can't have a good day with a bad attitude. And that is definitely our choice, right? Aries feminine energy. What does the universe have for you today? I have a kitty on my lap purring. Hopefully he doesn't start knocking down everything. He has a tendency to do that. Oh, there he goes. Like my kitty. My kitty is a boy kitty named Pixie, but he has a very feminine energy about him, I think that's important as far as like reincarnation or whatever, because how are we supposed to feel what it's like to be a female if we've never been a female? How are we supposed to feel what it's like to be a male if we've never been a male? We each go through our own areas of difficulty and things that we need to fix within our generational lines, And I think the best way that universe found to do that was to put male energy in female bodies and female energy into male bodies so that we can do our part to see what it's like to change what we can on our own ancestral timelines, to teach our children. Most of our males aren't taught how to be males. They're taught how to not be female. Like, what are you, a girl? You know what I mean? It doesn't make you any less of a man to be tapped into your feminine energy. It doesn't make you any less of a woman to be tapped into your masculine energy. All right, first card out is we have Aloof with the Princess of Cups. We have Detached and Aloof. Ooh. Some of you guys are very detached and aloof, I guess, huh? And Disaster. Some of you guys might be dealing with the Taurus. There's the Five of Pentacles in reverse. What else can we tell the Aries female collective out there? Uncertainty. Uncertainty, aloof, detached, disaster. How much of that is actually happening around you, and how much of the disaster is in your head, and how much of it is actually happening around you? If we sit around and daydream, if you daydream all day, Yeah, you have the nine of swords at the bottom of the deck. Some of you guys are sitting around daydreaming about the worst possible case scenario. Even though you're still detached, even though you're detached emotionally and aloof about anything on your external, like externally, you're still internally dreaming about disaster, thinking about all the worst possible case scenarios. If it's not actually happening on your outside world, then it's just as possible for the best possibility to be happening inside your mind as well as out. Some of you guys need to stop focusing on the disaster that could possibly happen. The Nine of Cups at the bottom, yeah. Out of the realm of possible possibilities, why do we take the worst possible possibility and pluck it out of the universal field and focus on that when it's just equally as opposite and available to have the best possibility? Like, why don't we ever look back on our childhoods, our relationships, and pluck the best possible things? Like, why do we always focus on the worst possible outcomes? Yeah, some of you guys are feeling really empty and lost. Like you're crawling through the desert looking for water, looking for a drop of water. But is that really going on in your outside world, or is that all in your mind, Aries? And if you're feeling, if like, to me this feels like somebody's daydreaming of disaster. Stop daydreaming of disaster. See? Start daydreaming of the best possible possibilities. Start daydreaming of things that make you happy, instead of daydreaming about your neighbor calling the cops on you for your dogs, or somebody breaking into your house, or your car breaking down, and visually seeing these things in your head all the time, over and over and over again. Stop daydreaming of disaster, Aries, and being detached and aloof in your real world. Are you becoming so detached in your real world because of your disaster daydreams? Or are your disaster daydreams the thing that's making you so detached in your world? I have a little homework assignment for you, Aries. This might help. Pick one person in your day to give your undivided attention to. One person in your day. It doesn't matter if it's your child, your spouse, your siblings, your parent. Pick one person throughout your day. It can change every day even. And give them your undivided attention when they're trying to talk to you or when they reach out to you. A lot of times we're so up in our mind that we don't experience anything that's actually happening. We don't actually listen to our children when they're talking to us. We're on our phones. We're watching TV. We're, sure, detached. Pick. It blew my mind when I started doing this. It blew my mind how non-focused I was to the people that were talking to me until I actually paid attention and gave them my undivided attention. And it was still difficult. Like, nope, I'd have to stop myself in the middle of being distracted. Like, nope, you're giving them undivided attention. Pay attention to what they're saying. Listen to their words. Engage in conversation. Even if it's only one person a day. It'll show you how detached and aloof you really are. Trust me. Trust that. A lot of us, it's not to say that daydreaming is bad, but what are you daydreaming about? What are you daydreaming about? You should be daydreaming about your happy, like, what does it feel like to be happy. What does that happy feel like? In your daydream, actually feel those emotions. That's what's so scary about being a conscious creative being. Most of us are conscious creative beings that are continuously creating unconsciously. Just like we are so aloof in our present moment. And we don't even realize it. Start daydreaming about the feeling of love, of happy home. What does that feel like? Go hug your child. That's what that feels like. You know, a hug, 1 5-second hug, a real genuine hug releases all kinds of endorphins inside your body that bring peace to your mind. Some of us are so, like, when was the last time you actually, like, really genuinely hugged somebody? Hugged one of your friends, actually hugged one of your siblings, hugged your child out of nowhere for no reason. That's how to not be so detached and aloof from the actual world. We live in the past, the present, and the future simultaneously. We are living in the present moment of our past thoughts, creating our future. That's why the now is so important. And we are conscious, creative beings, man. And that's what you're doing when you're daydreaming. So be careful of those daydreams that you have. Be careful of the feelings, especially, not just the thoughts. Thoughts turn to feelings and feelings turn to thoughts. And then it's on this repetitive motion. Yeah, hangman. You just need a different perspective. It's all you need is to have a good day. You can't have a good day with a bad attitude, and you can't have a bad day with a good attitude. Pick one person in your day to give your undivided attention to. It'll really make you realize how not present some of us are in our own lives. We don't even participate in our own lives. Watch how fast that changes everything. Just that one little exercise of undivided attention, or one little exercise of picking someone to actually hug for no reason. Some of you guys just need to flip your perception. That's all it takes. And it doesn't happen overnight, but one different perception at a time builds and builds. Pretty sure those are your messages, Aries. Are for our Aries divine feminines out there. This is the message that I got for you. I love you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Most importantly, choose to have a good day. Choose to see the positive in things. Rather it just be a plant that you're walking by, a window, like some architecture that you drive by during the day on your way to work, your daily routine over and over again. Instead of picking all the asshole drivers and focusing on them, start picking out like, oh, wow, look at that house, the architecture of that house, or their yard, or, the different colors of the cars that drive by you, and see what happens. All right, Aries, love you guys. Vroom, beep, beep.